Living paycheck to paycheck is more than just a financial struggle. It's an emotional and mental burden. You're working hard, the money comes in, the bills go out, and what's left? Nothing. It feels like you're running on a treadmill that's speeding up, while your feet are already burning. If that sounds like your life, this video is for you. Because today, I'm going to walk you through what to do first, the very first step, to break this exhausting cycle and finally start building real financial control, even if you're starting from zero. This isn't some boring lecture about budgeting. This is the financial blueprint you wish someone gave you in school. So let's get into it. Part 1. The truth about living paycheck to paycheck. Let's start with something that might surprise you. Living paycheck to paycheck isn't always about how much you earn. It's about how much you keep. In fact, studies in countries like the US, UK, and Canada show that over 60% of people earning $100,000 or more are still living paycheck to paycheck. Read that again. $100,000 a year, and still broke every month. That's because financial stress isn't just about income. It's about habits, priorities, and clarity. And if you're constantly in survival mode, thinking 30 days at a time, long-term planning feels like a luxury you can't afford. But here's the truth. You don't need more money to take control. You need a system. And I'm going to show you exactly how to build it. Part 2. Stop the leak. Before you think about investing, saving, or starting a side hustle, you need to stop the financial bleeding. Think of your money like water in a bucket. If that bucket has holes, pouring more water in won't help, it just leaks out. So your first move? Track your spending. Not forever. Not obsessively. But just for 30 days. And I'm not talking about budgeting apps with 500 categories. I mean simple, no fluff tracking. Here's how. Use your phone notes, Excel, or a free app like Mint or Emma. For every expense, log what it was and how it made you feel. Yes, how it made you feel. Because financial freedom isn't just numbers. It's emotional clarity. That $8 coffee might bring you joy. That $60 impulse Amazon order might bring guilt. That's the stuff that matters. When you review this list after 30 days, you'll see patterns. Some spending brings value. Some just fills a void. This is how you identify your money leaks. And the goal here is not to judge yourself, it's to become aware. Part 3. Build the safety net, your emergency fund starter. Once you've stopped the leak, your next move is building breathing room, a small emergency fund. Notice I said small. Forget the advice about saving 6 months of expenses right away. That's overwhelming. If you're living paycheck to paycheck, start with a simple, actionable goal. Save $500 to $1,000. That's it. That's your first win. This fund isn't for vacations or shopping. It's for unexpected stuff that usually breaks your month. Car repair, medical copay, sudden rent hike, laptop dies. Having even $500 set aside gives you peace of mind. It's your first taste of financial control. It separates you from the version of you who used to panic when something went wrong. So how do you build it? By shifting your mindset from saving is impossible to small wins matter. Here are simple ways people in the UK, US, or Australia are doing it. Auto transfer $10 every time you get paid. Cancel subscriptions you didn't realize you're paying. Sell 2-3 unused items online, Facebook Marketplace, Gumtree, eBay. Round up purchases to the nearest dollar and save the change. None of this will make you rich overnight. But that's not the point. The point is momentum. You're teaching yourself that you can create space. And that confidence is priceless. Part 4. Create a clear plan for every dollar. This step is where everything starts to click. Once you've stopped the leak and built your small emergency fund, it's time to get intentional. And that means using a simple method called zero-based spending. Don't let the name scare you. This just means every dollar, or pound, or euro has a job. Here's how it works. Start with your take-home pay. List out your fixed essentials: rent, utilities, groceries, transportation. Assign money to your emergency fund or debt. Allocate something to fun and life enjoyment. The goal: your income minus your expenses equals zero, not because you spent it all, but because every dollar was assigned a purpose. Why is this powerful? Because it gives you clarity. You're no longer wondering, where did my money go? You already told it where to go. This is the opposite of the paycheck-to-paycheck lifestyle, which is driven by reaction. You're switching to a life of intention. Part 5. Kill the cycle of unproductive debt. Now that your money has a plan, it's time to deal with the elephant in the room: debt. Credit cards, payday loans, buy now pay later. These things are marketed as convenience tools, but in reality, they're wealth traps. And the interest? In countries like the US and UK, average credit card interest rates are around 20% or more. That's more than most investments return. So if you're stuck paying minimums each month, that debt is growing faster than your income. So what do? Start by listing your debts: who you owe, total balance, minimum payment, interest rate. Then, use one of these two strategies. Debt snowball. Pay off the smallest balance first, builds momentum. Debt avalanche. Pay off the highest interest first, saves money. There's no perfect choice, only the one you'll stick to. Even if you can only throw an extra $30 at your smallest debt, that's progress. Every payment is a declaration: I'm taking control. Part 6. Automate your way out of the paycheck trap. You've done the hard work. Now, it's time to protect your progress with automation. Because willpower fades. Life gets busy. Automation keeps you consistent. Here's how. Auto-transfer money into savings or emergency fund the day you're paid. Set up bill auto-pay to avoid late fees and mental clutter. Automate debt payments slightly above the minimum. When your money moves before you see it, you don't miss it. And that's the secret sauce to financial transformation. Remove friction. If you're in the UK, use Monzo or Revolut. In the US or Canada, check out Ally or Chime. Australia? Ing and Up have great auto savings features. Automation is like putting your finances on autopilot. And once that system is in place, something incredible happens. You stop living in fear of your bank account. Part 7. Build a life beyond survival. Let's zoom out. You didn't come to this video just to make ends meet. You came here because deep down, you want freedom. Freedom to breathe. Freedom to choose. Freedom to say yes to things without stressing over the price. So once you've taken these steps, the next level is building wealth slowly and consistently. And that doesn't start with crypto or stock tips. It starts with identity. You stop saying, I'm bad with money. I'll never get ahead. I'll always be broke. And start saying, I'm learning how to control my money. I can grow my net worth, one step at a time. I deserve a life of financial peace. This shift is critical. Because money is more mindset than math. Once you believe in your ability to change, you will. From there, you can begin investing in low-fee index funds or ETFs. Growing your income through skill building. Creating long-term goals like homeownership or early retirement. But none of that happens if you're stuck in the paycheck loop. So focus first on building stability. Then build wealth. Final thoughts. Before we wrap up, let me say something important. You are not behind. You are not a failure. You are not stuck forever. Society tells us that if we're not financially successful by 25 or 30, we've messed up. But that's a lie. The truth is, most people don't learn real money skills until their 30s or 40s. Most people are quietly struggling, just like you. And most people stay stuck because they think change is impossible. But not you. You've already taken the hardest step. You're paying attention. So here's your action list to escape the paycheck cycle. Track your spending with emotional awareness. Save your first $500 to $1,000. Assign every dollar a purpose. Tackle debt with strategy. Automate your system. Believe that financial peace is possible for you. Do these 6 things, and your life will look dramatically different 6 months from now. You're not lazy. You're not bad with money. You were just never taught the rules. Now you know them. And now, it's your turn to win. If this helped you, hit that like button, share it with someone who needs hope, and subscribe to Alpha Finance for more life-changing money content. Because your future deserves more than just survival. Let's make freedom your new normal. See you in the next video.